What if I told you that 3 ordinary-looking coins could be worth thousands and even millions of dollars? We're diving deep into the top 3 hidden treasures in U.S. coinage: the mysterious 2000p Sacagawea dollar with a shocking mint error, the 1983p Washington quarter dollar, and the legendary 1964 SMS Lincoln penny, one of the rarest coins ever struck. Today, we're diving deep into the mysterious and thrilling world of the 1983p Washington quarter dollar, a coin that has stunned collectors, broken auction records, and rewritten the rules of modern numismatics. From the hidden design flaw to the crazy money people are paying for it, this is a story you can't afford to miss. Let's rewind the clock to 1983. Ronald Reagan was president. Return of the Jedi ruled the box office. And in the world of coins, something very unusual was happening behind closed doors at the Philadelphia Mint. That year, the U.S. Mint struck millions of Washington quarters, but unlike most years, no mint sets were released in 1982 or 1983. The U.S. Mint had paused the production of official uncirculated sets due to budget constraints. What makes 1983 quarters so valuable? Now here's the wild part: even regular 1983p quarters in high grade can bring hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Why? Because they're so hard to find in excellent condition. Key reasons: no mint sets were produced in 1983, most circulated heavily for decades. Weak strikes and rough surfaces were common due to rush production. That means collectors today are scrambling to find uncirculated or well-preserved 1983p quarters, and the competition is fierce. A perfect MS67 or MS68 quarter can bring $65,000 to $85,000, even without an error. How much it worth? A shocking auction sales prices. Now let's get to the numbers that make collectors go wild. When collectors realized how few of these 1983p double die quarters existed and how dramatic the doubling was, the market exploded. Real auction prices: a choice uncirculated example, mint state 65, sold for $86,000 at auction. Another example in near pristine condition, MS66, fetched $100,000. And rumors suggest that an MS67 specimen with eye-popping doubling is privately insured for over $150,000. This coin went from pocket change to collector's holy grail in less than a decade. Why? Because most 1983 quarters are heavily circulated and damaged. No mint sets were issued, meaning no pristine examples saved. Only a handful of this DDR error have been found in high grade. This isn't just rare, it's nearly impossible to find in top condition. How to identify a 1983p Washington quarter dollar? Now here's where it gets real. Want to know if you've got one of these ultra-rare quarters? Here's what to look for on your 1983p Washington quarter. Step-by-step inspection. Check the reverse side, eagle side. Look at the words E pluribus unum. Strong doubling will show on the lettering. Especially, the doubling often appears thick and spread apart, not like a shadow, but like two impressions. Examine United States of America and quarter dollar. Strong DDRs show dramatic splits or overlaps in these letters. Some examples have doubling that can even be seen under a basic. We uncover the legendary 1964 SMS Lincoln penny, one of the most mysterious, rarest, and most valuable coins ever produced by the U.S. Mint. Only a handful of these coins exist, and when one hits the auction block, collectors go wild. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know how this strange coin came to be, why it's worth a fortune, and how to spot one in the wild. Get ready, because this is the story of a penny that could make you a millionaire. Let's go back to 1964 SMS Lincoln penny, a critical year in U.S. coinage. The nation was in the middle of a coin shortage. The U.S. Mint was under pressure to produce more coins than ever before. And behind the scenes, big changes were brewing. Most importantly, the removal of silver from dimes and quarters, which would take place in 1965. To prepare for this, the Mint was testing new dies, new finishes, and experimental strike techniques. Most of these test coins were destroyed or never made it out of the Mint. Double die obverse DDO. $40,000 to $60,000, struck on a wrong planchet. Depending on the planchet type, an SMS pedigree $100,000 to $130,000, die adjustment strike. With SMS designation, $190,000 to $230,000 plus. Auction sales records and values. Now let's get to the jaw-dropping part. What are these coins worth? Because they are so rare, and because their mysterious origin only adds to their prestige, these coins command astronomical prices. Real-world sales. In 2005, a PCGS SP68 red 1964 SMS penny sold for $48,875. In 2019, Another specimen graded SP68 Road by PCGS brought in $120,000 at auction. By 2021, the market exploded again. One pristine example fetched $160,000. And according to multiple expert appraisers and private deals, an SP68 or better could fetch over $200,000 today. That's not pocket change, that's a $250,000 penny. Why? Because there are less than 20 known. They were never released to the public. Their strike quality is unmatched for the year, and the story behind them is legendary. How to identify a 1964 SMS Lincoln cent? Now here's the million-dollar question. How do you know if you have one? Look for these defining traits. Finish: a satin-like, almost velvety texture, not fully mirrored like a proof, but more refined than standard circulation coins. Strike quality: extremely sharp details, especially in Lincoln's hair, the bow tie, and Lincoln Memorial columns on the reverse. A strong, squared rim, not rounded like normal cents. Die markers: lack of typical die marks from worn dies. No mint mark. These coins were struck in Philadelphia, which didn't use a mint mark in 1964. No contact marks. These coins appear almost flawless, very few, if any, scratches or bag marks. Certified label: to be considered authentic, these must be graded and certified by PCGS or NGC as SMS or Specimen SP. If your coin doesn't have those attributes, it's likely a normal 1964 penny. We're diving deep into the incredible story behind the 2000-piece Sakagawa dollar Cheerios MULE ERROR coin that shocked collectors, baffled numismatists, and skyrocketed in value like a rocket on launch day. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know how to spot this rare treasure, how it happened, and why collectors. Let's start with the basics. In the year 2000, the US Mint released a brand new dollar coin, the Sacagawea Golden Dollar. Designed to replace the unpopular Susan B. Anthony dollar, this coin featured the Native American heroine Sakagawa on the obverse, cradling her infant son, Jean Baptiste. The reverse featured a soaring eagle designed by engraver Thomas D. Rogers, and the coin was made from a golden-colored manganese brass alloy bonded to a copper core. Auction sales record and value explosion. At first, people didn't believe it. Surely it was a fake. Right? Wrong. The coin was authenticated by PCGS Professional Coin Grading Service, confirmed to be a genuine US Mint error, and word got out fast. Collectors went into a frenzy. Auction results over the years. In 2000, one of these coins sold for around $30,000. As interest surged and the error's rarity became clear, values began climbing. By 2006, one example sold for $55,000. In 2018, another brought $70,000 at auction. The most pristine, high-grade examples have reached over $110,000, and get this, only about 17 of these coins have been confirmed to exist to this day. That puts this coin in the same rarity league as some early American gold pieces and ultra-rare Lincoln penny varieties. How to identify the 2000-piece Sakagawa dollar? Let's say you've got a golden Sakagawa dollar in your collection or coin jar. Here's what to look for. Key identifiers: obverse front, looks just like a 2000p Washington quarter, George Washington facing left. Reverse back, a normal Sakagawa dollar eagle reverse. Metal color, the coin has a golden hue, not the silvery color of a normal quarter. Edge, smooth edge, not rated like a quarter. Strike details, strong, consistent strike expected from modern minting presses. If you have this combo, it's game over. You've hit the jackpot. Future value and market predictions. With only 17 known examples, demand for the 2000-piece Sakagawa MULE dollar continues to rise. As younger collectors enter the market and seek modern errors, the value of this coin is likely to go even higher. Some experts believe that if a mint state 67 or higher example surfaces again, we could see sales topping $150,000 or even to $100,000 in the next few years. It's truly one of those once-in-a-generation error coins that will continue to surprise the market.